Today, another unique moment in history is before you. Slavery. This ancient evil by which one human being owns another and uses violence to force them to work, this slavery actually thrives in our world like never before. We are doing away with the idea that human trafficking is something that doesn't happen anymore or that only happens somewhere else. It is here and it is now, and it is everyone's responsibility to recognize that.
So I was 13 years old. There was this incident that happened where I was sexually assaulted. And I didn't know what I was supposed to do, so I just did what they told me to do.
When I was 11 years old, my life was stolen from me. My neighbors took advantage of me and began to use me for their pleasure.
At the tender age of 11 years old, straight A student, a baseball player, and then be raped repeatedly by a friend of my grandfather's, to being put into a brothel and passed around to men, be induced with heroin and cocaine, and staring at the ceiling and seeing my own body pounce up and down on a bed in a dark corner someplace, and being passed around that room as though my life had no meaning.
So I went back to school, pregnant, got my diploma, but then when Oliver came, my son, it was too much. Like I couldn't bear it. And I even wanted to give him back. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what motherhood meant.
When these things were happening to me as a kid, I didn't have a safe place to run to. I didn't have the community to support me. I was just a young kid from 11 up until 17 years old, fighting for my life.
Here's what I learned, that I was useless, only to be used for someone's so-called sexual appetite. But I say, it really wasn't sex at all, because you cannot have sex with a minor.
I drifted so far into depression that I tried to take my life twice. And now I knew there was an issue, but there were people that just couldn't help. That's what killed me. That's what wasn't helping.
I had nobody to remind me that there was greatness in the inside of me. You just want to be loved. You just want to be nurtured. You just want to be cared for. But when those things don't happen, you lose hope.
There really are just three things you need to know about modern day slavery. First of all, that it is more vast than ever. Second, that it is just as brutal as ever. But thirdly, it is more stoppable than ever.
When you sit there and you're like, oh my gosh, now I know. God knows I know. What am I gonna do? Get involved. Don't care on the surface. Actually care. Put yourself in that person's shoes.
And even if you don't have a child, look at that child as your child.
Because when you become that one, we're all your daughters. We're all your daughters.
For the first time in human history, there is a generation alive that could bring an end to slavery as a force in human affairs. In thousands of years, this has never been possible before, but now, on your patch of history, it is possible. And today, I believe Rotary is uniquely positioned once again to change everything. We invite you to very simply join other Rotarians around the world in the fight against slavery. Human trafficking must end.
We have to bring this epidemic completely down, and we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we will.
Sex trafficking can be eradicated.
Sex trafficking can be eradicated
Sex trafficking can be eradicated
with the power of one.
With the power of one.
with the power of one.